Call of Duty points are now in Infinite Warfare. If you want the best way to get free Call of Duty points, click the link down in the description, install the app, and start getting yourself some free Call of Duty points today. Yo, what is up guys? It's the Goblin, and welcome back to another Call of Duty Infinite Warfare video. Now today, there was a huge update into Infinite Warfare. I'm making this video, it's kind of going to be a late night upload, but I'm going to be talking about everything that came out in this patch update, as well as the new weapons and new items. There's like 600 plus new items or something, so it's a pretty crazy update. Some people are hyped about it, some people are hating on it. Now I'm going to come through, talk to you guys about it, and talk about my opinion. So because this is a late night upload or early morning, wherever you guys are at, actually let me know in the comment section down below, what time is it when you guys are watching this video? Because I usually do upload, late, but this one is a bit later. So I'd appreciate some support on this video, and 2,000 likes would be awesome. Last night I uploaded a late night video and it did extremely well, so that'd be awesome to see some of the same success on this video. 2,000 likes would be the goal. And let's get right into this. So the main thing of today's update is there was a patch update, and that fixed a few little bugs in here and there, which I'll probably talk about later. But the main thing was the new content Quartermaster update. And essentially what they brought into the Quartermaster update is they introduced 100 plus Mark II weapons, 9 new prototypes, and 600 plus customization items. So let me explain all of this. What 100 plus Mark II means basically is for every gun they have in the game, every single weapon variant. So they have the Raw Liberty, they have the the NV4 Chaos or the NV4 Fallout. All of those variants are now available in a separate thing under Quartermaster called Mark IIs. And what this gives you is in Mark II, you get the exact same variants, but you get it with a special little camo on it, and it also gives you 15% more XP every time you get a kill with it. So essentially what they did here is they created, it's basically a lazy way of them to add a bunch of new variants and say they're adding a bunch of new stuff, when in reality it's just the exact same variants with different camos, as well as a boost in XP, which is really awesome, the boost in XP of course. Now essentially this doubles your chances of getting these weapons, because when you're opening supply drops, or at least out of supply drops, you can only get the Mark IIs out of supply drops, so it's essentially they want to get money from that. But for example, say I really want the NV4 Fallout, I'm opening supply drops and I'm not getting it. If I open a supply drop, I can either get the NV4 Fallout legit or the NV4 Fallout Mark II, which basically doubles my chances at it. However, what they did to combat that is they added 600 plus customization items. So instead of doubling your chances are actually probably lowered with this update because of how much new accessories, new camos and stuff they added in this update. So usually they had about 30 Quartermaster camos, I think, under each, under assault rifles, under LMGs, and now when I just checked it under the LMGs, there's 123, or I think it was under assault rifles, there's 120. So there is so many camos they added to this game, and I'm sure a lot of those camos are dope, and a lot of those accessories are dope. But even with the Mark II guns, it really limits your chances of getting these weapons out of supply drops, and it probably overall, I'd say, lowers your chances by maybe about 20 to 25%. I don't know the exact numbers, but maybe even more, because of how much customization and customizable items they added here. They added whatever 100 plus Mark IIs, but they added 600 plus customization items. So that is where some people are arguing, is it good for Call of Duty, is it bad? I think the Mark II is a great idea, but if it really messes with your chances, that's kind of messed up for them to do, because your chances were already super low. Now, the cool thing about this update is they did add 9 new prototypes, so 9 new weapons or weapon variants, and I went through, looked at all of them, wrote them down, and all the stuff. Some of these weapon variants are really dope, and I can't wait to make videos on them. Obviously that will come soon. I think tomorrow I'll do a supply drop opening and then start uploading with these weapons. But the first one is the NV4 Redemption, which is a common, and kills with the last few bullets refill the magazine. I think that's a pretty good variant for a common. Obviously I'm not really interested in commons at this portion of the game. I already have a bunch of epics. Next one is the Raw Incision, which is a rare. Shots penetrate enemies and world and increase damage to score streaks. Now I think this is really cool, because usually with your energy weapons and the energy bullets, they don't penetrate, they bounce off of things, and that's basically the gimmick behind that. But with this Raw Incision rare variant, your shots will penetrate the enemies and Penetrate the World. So it also gives you sort of, you can get collaterals with it. Well, I mean, it's an LMG, so collateral sprays, and you also sort of have FMJ with how you can penetrate the world. Next one is the EMC Switchblade, which is also a new epic gun. This one releases a wide energy blast, so it's sort of like a shotgun, a pistol that fires like a shotgun, and it has reduced recoil as well. So this is a pretty cool epic variant. It is for a pistol, but it is also a new epic variant into the game. Next one is the RPR Fission. This one is a legendary, and this is a really good one for RPR Evo fans because this one is a nuke variant. It has the 25 kills will get you a nuke, as well as increased damage range, which I think is good. The RPR is something you should not be using at range too much, but having that definitely is good. And having nuke variants, I told you guys nuke variants were going to be coming for every weapon, and they are slowly but surely coming out for pretty much every weapon in the game. This next one is really cool. It's the ERAD Cyclopene, and this one is an epic, and it releases a concentrated beam of energy, and it has reduced idle sway. So what this does essentially is it shoots like sort of how like a laser basically, and instead of shooting bullets, it shoots a laser that you can bend and stuff like that. I have to buy this variant. I have to, you know, hopefully I'll get it out of a supply drop or work up the salvage to get it, but this thing does seem kind of cool, and I'm not sure if it's actually will play well or if it's just something that is fun to use, but that variant does seem cool. Next one is really cool as well. It's the Mauler Sentinel, which is another epic. It fires a vertical column of bullets each shot, but it takes away from the fire rate. So it's sort of like the Mauler Mammoth, which takes away from the fire rate but it doubles the damage. This one takes away from the fire rate, but when you shoot bullets with it, it shoots like a straight line of like 4 bullets, just mowing people down. You probably don't have to be too accurate with this thing because it is a complete spray machine. I'll have to get this and test it out for a video as well. It also has slightly increased movement speed, which is always a plus with those LMGs, or pretty much a plus with any gun. I love movement speed. I think movement speed is something that is really underrated in Call of Duty, and something that is definitely needed. Next one is also a cool variant. There's a lot of cool prototypes they put out in this one. It is the KBS Longbow Bombshell. This is a legendary. It has reduced idle sway, and it has shots to the head make a small explosion. So if you headshot an enemy, if you shoot him in the helmet, get that headshot, it'll make a tiny little explosion, and you could sort of get like, if you headshot a guy and there's a guy right beside him, it'll blow him up and get you a 2-piece essentially, or maybe even a 3-piece or a 4-piece if you're playing ground war, people are really crowded up. I think this variant is really hyped for snipers and people who go for clips, because, you know, a lot of the things with getting clips is getting kill feed, and maybe if you get, well, you snipe one guy here, snipe another guy there, and then hit a headshot and it blows up 3 people, that seems like it would be a dope, you know, FaZe Clan sniper clip, or, I mean, FaZe doesn't really play COD anymore, but you guys know what I mean. Definitely a dope sniper thing. Next one is the Rack 9 Lance, which is another legendary. This is the 3rd Rack 9 legendary we have in the game. I don't know why they're so obsessed with Rack 9 legendaries, but what this one gives you is the pellets condense into a high damage cluster when you're aiming down sights. So basically when you hip fire, it shoots normally, but when you're aiming down sights, it shoots like one big powerful bullet, I guess, and it has increased damage range. This one sounds pretty interesting. Sounds like something I need to test out. And the last variant here is the EBR Collateral, which is a common. Energy shots now penetrate enemies in world and slightly increase movement speed. So it's basically a sniper, an energy sniper, where you can get a bunch of collaterals with the EBR 800. And I hope that, you know, the energy shots also penetrate on the assault rifle version of that gun. I'm guessing they would. And that's basically it for that update right there. As far as the new customization ones and new camos, you're just going to have to experience them. And, you know, during my supply drop opening tomorrow, we'll probably, I think I'll probably do one tomorrow. If not, then the next day, we'll get to know a bunch of that stuff. Now, as far as the actual patch notes today, what they had were just a bunch of fixes. Allows players to change classes up to with 5 seconds after pre-match is complete. Fix for the Diamond, Solar Slime, and Black Sky camos glowing when using the Type 2 Akimbo. Fix for various camos not applying correctly to the Epic Karma. Audio adjustments for louder impacts when being shot. Just a bunch of stuff like that adding into the game. Fixing a bunch of bugs, but they still did not add leaderboards and combat records, which is the #1 thing that they get roasted for, and I mean, for good reason. I don't really understand. I mean, to be honest, it's kind of disrespectful, and I'm a big fan of Call of Duty, but when people pay full price for this game, or people pay, like, I paid $100 to get the map packs, as well as, or whatever it's called, the Season Pass, and Modern Warfare Remastered, and this game, and they can't even add leaderboards and combat records, but they are quick to throw in 700 or almost like 1,000 new items today, because that's what's making the money. Obviously, it is a business, but, I mean, how hard is it to complete the combat record and the leaderboards? They should definitely complete those, and then people will really not have that much to complain about, and then they can freely add all their new variants. Overall, today's update, I think it's a good update, but it might fuck with your odds a little bit, and that might be what, you know, people are going to complain about and stuff like that. 100 new camos or whatever. These are going to be pretty dope, and hopefully I get a bunch of these new camos during my opening tomorrow, and they're pretty dope camos, hopefully. So, hopefully you guys did watch this video till the end. If you guys did, obviously you're still listening. I'd appreciate if you guys could drop a like on this thing. 2,000 likes for a late night upload would be absolutely awesome. You know it's a big update when I pull out the Hulk for the thumbnail, so drop a like on this thing, boys. 2,000 would be insane. And if you guys want to get free Call of Duty points to, you know, open some supply drops yourself, link for that is, of course, in the description. Drop a like, subscribe for Cookie, and don't looky, and I'm out. Peace. Thanks for watching, guys.